for the NBA. Now, here's a look at the last few months of assist numbers for Jason Tatum.
The trend they've got to be pleased about is how many more assists he's been racking up. He's developed a pass-first mentality, and as well as he's been dishing it, that's a very good sign. All the guys around him are loving playing with him with the way things are going.
Now, the starting group for the Milwaukee Bucks. The post pair, the longtime duo of Antetokounmpo and Lopez. Damian Lillard out there with Jackson, and it's Kuzma in at the 3. And for the Celtics, the post pair, Tatum and Porzingis. Holiday in the backcourt. To his side is White, and it's Brown in at the 3 spot.
When your teammate makes a steal, your first thought is, I'm sprinting the floor. Kyle Kuzma does just that.
And we know Kuzma's always been a terrific scorer, but Greg, he's developed as a passer over time.
And Kevin, early in his career, Kuzma wasn't called on to be a leader, but he's grown into that role, and he puts effort into orchestrating for his teammates.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Outside Holiday. And it's sent back by Lopez.
Just superb timing. Lopez stretches out beautifully to send that back.
And Giannis throws it down.
Boy, that was quick. Already out to a double-digit lead.
Wow, they've come out strong. Control the pace, assert their will. Nice.
And we got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. On offense, here are the Celtics. And a record-setting season continues for them. Now up over 30 road wins.
And, well, you're talking maybe only 15 times in the history of the NBA has a team cleared 30 road wins in a single season. And in that group, a lot of teams that went on to win the championship. I think a lot of people would say this team is the favorite to go all the way.
And they get it. And Tatum with the basket on the assist by Holiday.
But Jason Tatum has worked hard to fill out his frame. It's not going to bother him that you're bringing a level of physicality.
Now, here's Lillard. It's up and it's off the mark. He's 0 for 1. Holiday looking over the floor. This one for 3. Antetokounmpo grabs the miss. For Milwaukee, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. Kuzma with it, outguarded by Tatum. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Kuzma's got 5 now. You know, Doris, with all the fanfare of opening night, it must be tough for the players to keep their focus.
Yeah, I think obviously there's a ton of excitement because you put the offseason to use trying to improve your skill as a player, but you love the game of basketball. It's hard not to get amped up. You know, it's just the mature players who are able to channel that in the right direction.
Count it.
Kristaps Porzingis, tough cover. This guy knows he can make threes. Now you get inside the lane and look out.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, well, like a lockdown corner in football, teams just try to keep the ball away from Jrue Holiday. He says, I feel like they're not afraid of me, but like, okay, get him off the ball. To me, that's respect. I don't need other people telling me how good I am. You can see it by their actions. Kevin?
So true. He can't be intimidating, David, and we thank you for that report. Now, Antetokounmpo following the Porzingis miss from deep.
That's not his spot, but given the lack of defense, you'd like to see him knock that one down.
Well, Greg, it took 40 years, but the Bucks finally won their second NBA title back in 2021.
Yeah, Kareem leading that 71 squad. Giannis was the man in 2021, averaging 35 and 13 during the finals, closing out the Suns with that 50-piece in Game 6.
Right now trying to get into a rhythm, but so far this quarter, boy, he is struggling to make anything go down.
Jackson against Brown. Jackson deciding where to go with it. And Jackson throws it down hard.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
And give them credit for approaching this game with the right energy and intensity. This team has attacked every chance they've gotten.
Such assertiveness. This is why Porzingis is a go-to option on offense. Never afraid to take a big shot.
Now, here's Lillard. Nothing on the board.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
And Holiday kicks to White. The Trey connects again from distance.
And now for this franchise, he's hit the most threes in a single season.
His incredible range stretches out the defense on a nightly basis. It's an invaluable element to this offense. Lillard, the pass to Lopez. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up.
Yeah, there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
And he trains.
2 minutes are allowed to review the play.
And indeed, they're going to look at it again. Be certain he beat the buzzer.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, you know, some might say, hey, can't we just skip the replay this time around? But you just never know.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1/4 of action so far. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for Milwaukee.
And they've set the tone from the jump. They're looking to pound it inside and score in the paint.
Yeah, and what an excellent display of passing in the early stages of this game. A good deal of their points coming directly off quality passes.
White in its shooting guard, with Brown playing small forward. The post pair, Tatum and Porzingis. And it's Holiday in a point. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Celtics. And Holiday kicks to Tatum. A 3 from Tatum.
Those are starting to add up, guys. Their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triple.
You know, Doris, from the moment Jason Tatum entered the NBA, he has been the guy on his team. How big a burden do you think that is for a player to carry?
Well, Jason Tatum, regardless of how much responsibility he has always worn it gracefully. This young man, from the time he was a little kid in St. Louis, has dreamed of leading an NBA team. He is doing exactly that.
And Giannis Antetokounmpo throws it down hard.
Assisted.
An amazing athlete. The length, speed. Giannis is borderline impossible to guard when he is playing downhill.
Holiday dishes to Tatum. Brown outside. Milwaukee with the rebound. Antetokounmpo's got 5 rebounds tonight. White against Jackson. Giannis sets a screen for Jackson. And stolen by White. And here comes White, leading the fast break. Holiday against Kuzma. The kick out to Brown. Brown jams it in.
We've got to get this guy in the dunk contest. Jaylen Brown taking flight with that insane athleticism.
Lillard outside. Driving to the basket. The dunk and the foul. A powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. That's on Jaylen Brown. Hey, GA, how about Damian Lillard's time in Portland? 11 magnificent years.
I mean, Kevin, arguably the best trailblazer of all time. Rookie of the year, then 7 All-Star appearances. Dame will always be a legend in the Rose City.
Back to Holiday. Deflects the pass and stolen by Lillard. Here's Jackson and the dunk by Jackson.
And love to see Lillard get the fast break going. He's a quick thinker with great hands.
Brown, it's good for his second make. He's made 2 or 3 so far.
This guy can do so much for you on the offensive end, and that is why his number gets called time and time again.
Lillard from outside. A 3-pointer is right on target. Lillard's got 8 points.
Well, you like that he shakes off that rocky first period and knocks down a shot. Nice.
Outside Holiday hits it from 3-point range.
You had the feeling Drew wanted to answer that. That's his competitive fire right there.
Now here's Lillard. He's got 8. The kick out to Antetokounmpo. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Holiday goes in, pulls it up. That's it, and the Milwaukee lead is cut down now to just 2 on the basket from Tatum.
The ability for Jason Tatum to be ready on the catch. Those opportunities make the game a little bit easier.
And Damian Lillard with the jam.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Tatum setting the pick for Holiday. Next to Porzingis. Outside Tatum. Nice ball movement by Boston. Just 5 to shoot. And with that, the Bucks lead is cut down to just 1 on the basket from White.
He's not always assertive on the catch, but Derek White rising fire from 3-point, and it is on target.
Lillard on top, guarded by Holiday. Lillard against Holiday. Milwaukee needs to get off a shot here. They get it back.
You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
Tatum. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. And it's the Bucks on the break. Dennis with the dunk and throwing it down hard.
Making it look simple. The athleticism of Giannis on full display.
Outside Holiday. And they're unable to get the time basket there. And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen for the Milwaukee Bucks. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points. Thank you, David, for that interview. And we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
This is some retro hoops, pounding the ball inside with intent. Man, I know you love this big fella. No need.
And moving on here. And that's all for us.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. We're seeing a tremendous game. From Damian Lillard.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
Getting underway in the second half, here's the 5 for Doc Rivers. Trent's out there with Gary Trent. Then there's Pat Connaughton. Then it's Brook Lopez. And it's Sims in at the power forward. A shot by Pritchard, no good. Bucks leading by 3. GA, these Boston Celtics are unquestionably a top-tier offensive unit.
Stupendous shooting, excellent instincts with the ball. Yeah, they are a model offense in many ways, making it tough for many teams to keep up with them.
Well, Doris, both you and I had the honor of being in that 2020 bubble in Florida. Any memories from Orlando?
I think, Kev, just how unique the setting was, and I have to give some props to the players. No fans, no normalcy, away from their families for extended periods, and yet they were able to lock in and give us some incredible moments.
Pritchard passes to Horford. Oh, good on the triple.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, the Celtics can beat you in a number of ways. Point guard Jrue Holiday said you can play small and big. You have great bench players who come in and change the game at any time and could start on other teams. And we have a hunger. Kevin, they're going to be a problem for a long time.
Agreed. Yeah, they are stacked, DA, for sure. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
Craig kicks to Horford. The Celtics need to get a shot off. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
Oof, ugly start to the second half. They're still scoreless in their first 5 attempts.
And there it is for them. And it's a 12-point Milwaukee lead.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
Here's Pritchard. And just miss after miss right now.
And he just hasn't been able to make anything this quarter.
Here's Connaughton. Here's Sims. Pass to Trent. There's the triple. Rebound Boston. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. And Greg, 2 seasons ago, the Bucks ranked first in defensive ratings. Last season, they dropped down to number 19.
Yeah, shifting defensive schemes, coaching changes, also swapping Drew Holiday for Damian Lillard. But they can and should be better than 19.
Bucks leading by 10. Trent outside. Into the lane. Drops in the layup for 2. Trent's got 7 points here in this quarter.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
And they pick up 2.
Nice work from the veteran big man. Al Horford getting things done inside.
Trent outside. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Celtics trail by 10. Here's Pritchard. Still scoreless. Driving in. Cornette can't get it to go.
Well, this is the kind of shot we've come to expect him to make. He's got to be upset with that one.
Trent. Boston grabs the miss. There's 57 seconds left to play in the third. And the basket by Hauser.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Trent finds Connaughton. The Bucks working the ball around. Here's Lopez, and the dunk by Lopez.
Boy, you love Lopez's effort. This guy dunking is easy for him, right? He's close to the rim, 7 foot. Come on now.
Horford with the screen on Trent. Takes a 3. A shot by Pritchard, no good.
Well, this guy cannot get started, and the offense overall has been a struggle because of it.
Down low. And that's Prince. That time on the assist by Trent. Prince has got the lead up to 12 now for the Bucks. Here's Pritchard. Still without a basket. Off target from 3-point range. Throws it up high.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
The finish in transition, nice and easy.
Got it off in time, and that one is off. And so it's Milwaukee, sitting with a comfortable lead, up by 14. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game, presented by State Farm.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery.
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. And in the front court, Brown and Tatum. Holiday in the backcourt. To his side is White. And it's Porzingis in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the Boston 5. Holiday with the 3. Traps in the tray.
Holiday is a guy, because of his physique, he can put it on the deck and drive. But I love when he spaces the floor with his shooting.
Holiday against Lillard. From deep. They get the rebound, and it's out of bounds. The Celtics will take it the other way. And a look now at the Celtics' upcoming schedule. On Saturday, they'll be matching up with Chris Paul and the San Antonio Spurs. And then on Monday, they'll go up against the Grizzlies in Memphis.
And for that game against Miami, that'll be their 4th outing in this young season, which will want to have this team starting to build a rhythm by then.
That's incredible patience right there. Just letting the play develop. Nice job, Drew Holiday.
Antetokounmpo, a screen on Holiday. A shot by Lillard, wide open. Buries the long-range jumper.
3 points.
And the Bucks lead by 12. Holiday against Jackson. Tatum setting the pick for Holiday. To the left wing. Porzingis inside. Working on Portis. Really left alone that time.
Jason Tatum is a thirsty scorer right now, filling it up.
Giannis a screen on Holiday. And Lillard gets it to go. Lillard's got 5 points in the quarter.
Well, this guy has been efficient and effective all night. That IQ has been on display.
Holiday finds Brown. Tatum setting the pick for Brown. No good there.
Yeah, it's been about the rebounding. Really, that's the dividing line in this game.
Lillard looking around. At the elbow, it's Antetokounmpo. No problems knocking that one down.
And the jump shot has been a dimension of this game where they've had a clear advantage.
And it's good for 2.
Yeah, Drew Holiday can either receive or initiate contact. He just is so tough.
And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for the Bucks. They've led by as many as 14 points. Pass to Antetokounmpo. And the foul on Drew Holiday. That is his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
Lillard, the pass to Portis. Holiday against Lillard. Shot clock at 5. Giannis sets a screen for Lillard. Wants to... There's Giannis! Look out below!
Assisted by...
And if you're looking to make a big play with the pass, you've got to love Giannis. He's a big target on those alley-oop lobs.
Here's Tatum. And slam dunk by Tatum.
I'll tell you, that vertical ability he has puts him in select company in NBA power forwards. May not have great size, but boy, he plays bigger than it.
Lillard against Holiday. And Lillard kicks to Antetokounmpo. Physical basketball from Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Contact just doesn't matter against Giannis. Once he's inside, he is not to be stopped.
Jackson against Holiday. Tatum setting the pick for Holiday. A 3. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Antetokounmpo's got his 7th rebound here tonight. That's a 2 from Lillard. Rebound Boston. Tatum's got 7 rebounds in the game.
No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for the Bucks.
They had a fantastic play from the bench.
This team has great depth, and they showed it in this game.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And really, after losing all 3 games to this point in the matchup, guys, they have to be happy to get a win here.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Giannis.
Boy, whatever was needed, he provided it. He was the jack of all trades. Big bucket on one end, big defensive play on the other. I thought his influence was felt all over the floor.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Lillard up top, guarded by Holiday. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Yeah, you never want to foul Dame in the act. He's almost automatic from the line.
Free throw good, Damian Lillard. Both free throws good from Lillard. And the way the Celtics can attack teams' doors with their 5-out sets, it's impossible to fully defend it.
Kevin, there is so much space on the floor because they have shooters at every single position. and guys who balance that shooting with an ability to get off the dribble drive. This is as good an offense as we've seen.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Well, just terrific teamwork. Each guy doing his part. You love what you're seeing from them tonight.
And so it's the Bucks taking care of business in this one. Thank you, David. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and Dave.
Things just getting started in this new season, Brent. What are you looking forward to the most moving ahead?
Yeah, BA, I think about last year's teams and the magic that they had to push themselves into playoff positioning. Do they still have it? But one of the more exciting things in terms of the storyline is which teams are showing some early chemistry that could threaten some of those teams from last year. That is something that we always gravitate towards. The fresh blood, the new team, the one that's going to be the underdog throughout the course of the year, and how far can they push it?
All right, let's check out the starting group for the Thunder. Some serious height in the middle. Holmgren, the 4, Hartenstein, the 5. Gilgeous-Alexander runs the point with Dort at the 2, and it's Williams in at small forward. Now here's Holiday. Playing Phoenix, he was nearly unstoppable. And that one's good. Porzingis.
Kristaps is not a guy that lacks in confidence. We know that. He has the upper hand in the paint on that possession, and he attacked.
Pass to Holmgren. Now Williams. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. 6 to shoot. Offline with a 3.
That's exactly how you have to defend them on the perimeter. Can't allow any space.
This past offseason, OKC decided to move on from their former first-round pick, Josh Giddey.
Yeah, the 6th overall pick in 2021. Giddey is a talented player with good upside, but fit is so important in the NBA, and the Thunder knew his talents would be better suited elsewhere.
Now here's Williams. Pass to Hartenstein. Gilgeous-Alexander on the wing. Back to Hartenstein. Releases. And another miss by Oklahoma City.
Man, he's had 3 good looks at the basket and nothing to show for it.
Holiday from long range. Oklahoma City grabs a miss. They've been on a heater of late. 7 wins in a row.
Watching this team operate at this elite level, firing on all cylinders, the way they're going right now, this winning streak could go on for some time.
And you see the acceleration from Dort. Just a great athlete.
3-pointer Holiday hits the trifecta.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
The Thunder have gone 1 of 4 to begin this one. And that one good.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable.
The shot by Holiday, no good.
Things are going south right now. This is not the type of shooting that his teammates expect from him.
Fires in the triple.
Assertive shot by Gilgeous-Alexander, not giving him a chance.
Outside Porzingis. 3-pointer. Gilgeous-Alexander with a rebound. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He'll bring it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. And this is their first time matched up with the Celtics this year.
We see these teams face off only twice a year. Last year, each one won.
Well, if I had a calendar, I would have circled this one. But I love it when they get together. Last year, they split the 2 games between them, and I'll bet their battles are just as tightly contested this year.
Boston's gone 1 for 5 from 3-point range. A cold start. Porzingis with a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. The 3. The shot by Holiday, no good.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
And great job to establish position and square up.
Personal foul. 3rd team foul.
The Celtics have gone 2 for 7. A sluggish start. Gilgeous-Alexander against Holiday. And Holiday powers it home.
That is a vicious dunk from Holiday there. When you give him room to run, he can take off just like that.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Hey, Brian. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, the 11th pick back in 2018, has developed to the point where he is in the MVP conversation. His coach, Mark Daignault, said he's improved every year. He's been in the league. It's a testament to his humility. He looks in the mirror, he sees what he needs to improve on, and then he works at it. Brian?
All right, Allie, thank you. You know, Grant, in interviews, Jason Tatum often seems understated and soft-spoken, but that's just him, isn't it?
That's true, B.A. Tatum has a quiet confidence about him. He doesn't feel the need to be loud or act out. He lets his work on the court do all the talking for him. And great awareness. Holmgren's so good at reading the movement of his teammates, a very heady passer for a big man.
Tatum, a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Holiday. Oh, it's blocked. It deflects off the backboard. Dort for three. And from the field after that one, 3 for 4 now. 44 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Tatum. Oh, Tatum slams it home.
And so much power out of Tatum. Look at the elevation.
Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Here he goes. And slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Wow. Always fun to see point guards who can elevate above the rim like that.
Oh, a strong mindset and even stronger finish.
Well, just seeking out weaknesses in the defense and then exploiting it.
Now here's Porzingis. Last game with 30.
That's how you want to see them crash the glass. They've been out-hustled so far.
Here's Dort to the left wing. Hartenstein finds Holmgren. Off target from outside. And we've reached the end of the first quarter. Oklahoma City ahead, up 4. If you're just joining us, we played through one quarter in this one. And from what we've seen from Oklahoma City, what's your take so far?
Oh, what I love was that first quarter was all about leaking out and capitalizing in transition.
It felt like they knew that there were openings in transition and just wanted to keep trying to feed that, get out quick.
Taking a look at the Thunder. Some serious height in the middle. Holmgren the 4, Hartenstein the 5. Gilgeous-Alexander runs the point with Dort at the 2. And it's Williams in at the 3, the small forward. And he gets it to go. Hartenstein's got his first bucket in this one.
Some heads-up ball there from Dort.
One thing you can say about Boston, Grant, they know how to put a team together.
Yeah, the Celtics' consistency of winning is just impressive, both now and throughout their entire history. They are really the gold standard in this league, and it's mostly because of great draft picks and great trades.
2 on the clock. Three-pointer Holiday.
Wow, I mean, the 7'6" wingspan coming in handy. Holmgren loves swatting away shots just like this.
Quarter number 2 and about a minute in. Dort against White. The shot by Dort, no good.
That's the shot you hope for. Right at the rim, just couldn't capitalize.
There's Tatum with the 3. Williams grabs the board. Thunder leading by 4. Pass to Holmgren. Outside, Williams. And Williams punches it home.
Wow, what a move by Jalen Williams. Offensively, he just has the whole package.
He got it. No doubt that's a foul. And it's going to be a transition take foul. Oklahoma City shooting their first foul shot of the night. And that one misses. From undrafted to a key rotational player. Lou Dort's story is definitely inspirational.
This guy has worked so hard to make himself into an NBA player. But I will tell you this, B.A., he's never not believed that he wasn't one. And Luguentz Dort continues to make improvements, and the guys on the team love the way he approaches it.
Tatum can't hit. And it's Dort with the ball for the Thunder. They lead by 8. Biggest lead of the game. Holmgren, the pass to Dort. Back to Holmgren. It's stolen by Tatum. 3 on 3. Here's Brown. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. And they want a second opinion on that call. The signal for the coach's challenge has been made.
First team foul. At the line for your Celtics, Jaylen Brown. At the line for 2 shots. The play is under video review under NBA.
The NBA was smart to adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the refs take another look. So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry.
Controls the rebound and the putback. And now a 10-point Thunder lead.
And why go away from attacking inside if the D has no answer for you?
Brown against Williams. Porzingis with a screen on Williams. Gilgeous-Alexander with a steal. Three-pointer. Knocked loose.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight. Gotta love the effort there. An undersized 4 can really make things happen with that leaping ability.
Williams a screen on Holiday. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Jaylen Brown with a rebound.
Just imagine if he was shooting better. The lead would be even bigger.
Gilgeous-Alexander gets the bucket on the breakaway. All right, guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Thunder.
Well, the effort they've shown on defense has been infectious. Everyone on this team continuing to jump at opportunities to come away with steals.
I wonder if pace and playing fast is something that they're being encouraged to do, because right now they feel like the faster team.
Outside White. Fires the 3. Sent back.
Dort making his impact, and that's the end we expected from defensively.
They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
Yes, it's good.
Yeah, here's a list of things I don't want to do, and right at the top is guard that guy.
Now here's Holmgren. Still without a bucket. Left side, Gilgeous-Alexander. Lets it fly. Back to Dort. Just 5 to shoot. And again, Oklahoma City with a triple.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Tatum a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. The kick to Tatum.
It's his second foul, but not the end of the world. One more before halftime, though. That would change some things.
And this is his second attempt at the line tonight.
He did a lot of damage at the free throw line in their last game.
In that 2018 draft, you think about those names: Doncic, Jaren Jackson Jr., and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That's a lot to begin with.
And play stops. A whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen.
You're not going to fool the officials too often on an illegal screen.
Yeah, everybody saw that one. That was pretty blatant there.
And what a phenomenal replay of that impressive rejection.
Amazing indeed. And getting stops like that only encourages them to keep attacking on the offensive end.
Here's Holiday. The Thunder pull it in. Holmgren's got 5 rebounds in the game.
With him struggling tonight, they need to find some other options out there to keep themselves in the game.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
Kick out to Brown. And the shot is good on the assist by Tatum. Brown's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Dort for 3. And so it's Oklahoma City going into the break up 12. The defense is setting the tone. And more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way right after this.
They're moving well on offense. Great teamwork. Maybe not as strong as our teamwork, but whose is?
How about your old Lakers team? And it's time now for the... Thanks for joining us.
Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You know, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has been exceptional here, guys.
Can they come up with an answer for him coming out of the half? They have to change something defensively.
They're just way too easy out there, and I'm sure coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
They've got Peyton Pritchard, Al Horford out there with Luke Cornett. Then it's Torrey Craig, and it's Hauser in at the 2-guard spot. That's the Boston 5. Now here's Craig. Pass to Hauser. 4-3. Williams grabs the board. Thunder leading by 12. And last season, Brent, many believe that SGA was deserving of the MVP award.
Well, he made such a strong case, PA. I mean, finishing in the top 3, that is remarkable. He led that young Thunder team, again, to the #1 seed in the Western Conference and averaged 36 and 5. He also led the league at 2 steals per game. What a season.
Well, despite the effort to create super teams, the league has a lot of parity right now, Grant.
It really does, and I like it. It's not quite like the 80s Celtics and Lakers or the 90s Bulls, partly because of the salary cap. It's so hard to pay more than 2, maybe 3 stars at a time.
The Thunder shooting efficiently, 50% so far. Joe on the wing. Got a piece of it, and they'll keep possession.
Coming out stone cold here. Sometimes the break will do that to you.
Celtics trail by 10. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Hey, Brian, a key concept preached by Celtics head coach Joe Mazzulla and reiterated by Jaylen Brown, who says it's reading the game, realizing fast, but playing slow. We're the more talented team, he said. We have to be the smarter team as well, and when we do that, we're going to be tough to beat. Brian?
Well, they certainly have been, Allie. Thanks for that. Ooh, power move! Al Horford!
They just look so overwhelmed inside. Yeah, that's why they continue to get attacked.
Wallace, right side. Pass to Williams. Caruso, a screen on Horford. Yep, that one's good. Wiggins has got his first basket.
Like a matador. Olay! There was no defense. That has to be one of the easier shots I've seen tonight.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
There's the foul. It's on Cason Wallace. That's his first foul of the game. Here's Cornette. Oh, it's blocked by Williams. And he stays with it. Tries again. Cornette can't hit. Oklahoma City leading by 10. Wallace, the pass to Caruso. No good on the 3. Boston has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the 3rd. To the right side, and here's Horford for 3. Oklahoma City grabs a miss. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. And already one of the more consistent three-point shooters. Cason Wallace is lethal from outside, Brent.
Really impressive BA in his first year to shoot over 40% from 3. Pretty selective in the ones he took, but still his #1 attribute is how disruptive he can be defensively at that guard position.
Now here's Wiggins.
2 minutes remaining in the 3rd.
Outside Joe. And it's Oklahoma City scoring again. There's a minute 54 left in the 3rd quarter. Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Now that's just enough defensive pressure on him to throw off that shot. I bet he gets a good look at it next time and hits it.
Tipped. Celtics trail by 14. Out to the wing. There's the triple. Nails it from beyond the arc. Richards got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Caruso against Craig. Caruso outside to the left side wing. Into the lane. Second chance shot. And he takes it up and lays it in.
Just 1 for 5 this quarter, but don't expect him to back away from adversity.
Outside Craig. Pass to Hauser. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. It's going to be on Alex Caruso. First trip to the line for him here. First one falls for him. Holmgren, he's checked in for Wiggins. He's perfect from the line this time.
Well, when he gets into a groove at the free throw line, it doesn't just last for tonight. This might be 2 weeks, 2 months, something like that.
Screen by Holmgren. And here's Caruso outside. Counted from distance. Caruso's got 5 points in the quarter.
He's going to punish you if you leave him open. He's more than willing to take the open 3 when he's got it.
Launches a 3. Williams grabs the board. Williams has got his 5th rebound in this one. Caruso, the pass to Williams. Caruso against Craig. And slammed it home, and a foul. A chance at another point at the line. That one on Craig.
Honestly, I don't know how he pulled that off.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. There's 18 seconds left to play in the 3rd. Here's Hauser, covered by Joe. Takes it inside. Here's Horford. Uses the glass on the layup. Horford's got his 2nd basket of the game.
Well, that just scrambled the defense all kinds of ways with that great initial pass.
And here's Caruso outside. And that's not going to go. And so it's Oklahoma City up 15 points. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And he definitely deserves the award. Leading the defense like a point guard.
So helpful to the offensive versatility when your bigs can create, freeing everybody up, and that cut was wide open.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. And Oklahoma City looking at who they've got to start the 4th. Some serious height in the middle. Holmgren, the 4. Hartenstein, the 5. Gilgeous-Alexander runs the point with Dort at the 2. And it's Williams in at the small forward position. Now here's Holmgren. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Over Holiday. And there's Gilgeous-Alexander on the assist by Holmgren. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 4 points this quarter. And so it's Holiday who brings up the ball for Boston. 19-point game. Here's Porzingis. On the wing, Tatum. Back to Holiday. And stolen by Holmgren. It's Williams, high post. Dort for 3. Hits a 3-pointer. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for the Thunder?
Yeah, they've collected an impressive number of steals so far, using fast hands to force some turnovers and then scoring on the other end.
Well, if we add another thing to it, it's about the urgency they've played with. I mean, you look at the eyes of these guys. They're focused, wanting to get up tempo, and that's helped them score on the fast break.
Tatum finds Brown. Back to Tatum to stop the run with the drive. Oklahoma City grabs a miss.
And tried to show off just a little bit there, but ultimately didn't work out. You know, he's going to get a few stares from his coaching staff and probably his teammates in the next huddle.
The Celtics have gone 0 for 3 in this 4th. Not good. White on the wing. Back to Holiday. Brent, you've spent some time in front offices. How much more do teams rely on analytics now versus even a decade ago?
Oh, a massive amount, BA, but there are a lot of teams that are still aren't there. I think it's a constant battle about how far you're going to push, leaning into the numbers. With all these net ratings and the ways that you can start to digest what it is that guys are producing on the floor, teams are getting smarter and smarter.
Now here's Tatum. Gets the 3 ball to go.
You know, this team relies on Tatum hitting those shots, and that's why he's such a high-volume 3-point shooter.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, and slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Wow. I'll tell you, such an advantage having a playmaker who can get up to the rim and finish.
Now that is what every team wants.
Like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense.
Now here's Dort. Williams from long range. Knocks it down from distance.
Well, you got to be able to shoot fast in the league. So it's nice to see Williams doesn't need a lot of setup time.
Holmgren with the block. Outside, Williams. Oh, the Thunder, another 3.
And let's face it, when you're down this many points, you simply can't let them get that good of a look.
Teachable moment there. Lapses like this are backbreakers.
To the paint. Here's White. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
7'3" is Porzingis, and he can see everywhere on the court. Trust me, everywhere. Nice zip pass there.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Holiday. Gilgeous-Alexander's shot is good. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 8 points here in the quarter.
Well, the scoreboard tells you everything you need to know about this one. A great showing here for the Thunder.
And you don't usually see this kind of blowout, but tonight they delivered the punishment.
I mean, what's so impressive is they never wavered in their approach. They just kept at it and showed they were without a doubt the better team.
And so this win marks their first victory of the new year.
Always good to start a season series off with a W. They showed tonight they take this team seriously, and the next two matchups between these two should be fun.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Those points he had tonight, all critical, all from energy and activity. He just never seemed to stop.
Now here's Dort, pass to Williams. Back to Dort. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. Ooh, another miss by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Surprising to see him miss here, but they'll be happy with that shot in most possessions.
White for three. And it's Holmgren with a rebound. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Williams from deep. Rebound Boston. Outside White. Beyond the arc. It's off. And so Oklahoma City takes this one, and by a big margin. To walk into enemy territory and deliver a performance like that, that says a lot about this squad.
They really came.
Allie, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Brent Barry.
they are, game one of the season. Wow, it's fun to be here. And Clark, this is the culmination of all the hard work put in over the summer.
Yeah, you talk to the players on both sides, and there's optimism about this upcoming year. We'll see if that optimism is justified over time.
So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. The 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Holmgren and Hartenstein. Gilgeous-Alexander runs things with Dort to his side. And it's Williams at the 3 spot. So for the Bucks, their last game a loss to Denver. From the arc, the shot's good. Gilgeous-Alexander making the play. Williams has got the first bucket of the game with the 3 for the Thunder. Here's Lillard. To the inside, and to Kumbo.
Hey, Lillard has the passing skills you like to see in a guard, and you can trust him to make the right play.
Clark, what in the world is left for Giannis to accomplish at this point?
You know, Kevin, I don't know, quite honestly. I mean, perhaps more championships or MVPs. He's really done it all. Maybe a scoring title, but whatever he does from this point on, it's only going to add to what's been a Hall of Fame career.
Now, here's Kuzma. After Lou Dort's miss, here's Giannis. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
The sheer power of Antetokounmpo goes up and throws it down hard. That is impressive.
Holmgren the pass to Williams. Back to Holmgren. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander in the corner. And that basket is going to count. Goaltending, the official call.
Just barely too late and catches it on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed, so can't fault him for going for the block.
And Lillard kicks to Giannis. And Antetokounmpo with the jam.
Unselfishness from Lillard, has no problem giving the ball up, especially when he's got a guy wide open.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Rebound, Milwaukee.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
And the basket by Lillard.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
Dort with a screen for Gilgeous-Alexander. And that one drops for him. Gilgeous-Alexander's got his second basket of the night.
With great positional size, Gilgeous-Alexander can finish over defenders.
Lillard with it. Williams picks him up. Kuzma can't get it to go.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take advantage.
And a wide open look for Gilgeous-Alexander. Misses the 3.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for Oklahoma City. They are a hot team right now. 7 consecutive wins and looking for number 8 tonight.
Just playing really solid basketball right now. They're trusting each other more out there and attacking as a group. They're a fist, not individual fingers, which has made them tough to beat.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. Chet Holmgren has a slender frame, but he's determined to still protect the rim. Coach Daigneault said he'll get dunked on 10 straight times if that's what the game calls for. He paused and then added he won't actually get dunked on 10 straight times. He's going to get a couple of those, too. Kevin, it certainly will.
I agree. And David, he is fierce.
Man, he sure can get off the floor.
He's one of the best in the business, absolutely.
Boy, he makes it look easy. He is an absolutely imposing finisher around the rim.
Now, here's Dort. Still yet to score. Nailed from three-point land.
And the three-point shot wasn't always there for Dort, but he's put in a ton of work on it, and it shows.
The kick out to Lopez. Here's Antetokounmpo finishing with force.
Shook that building all the way up. How about the flash by Antetokounmpo? I mean, just an insanely talented athlete who loves to punish that rim.
Dort passes to Williams. That misses, had a chance to tie it there. So for the Bucks, their last game a loss to the Nuggets in Ball Arena. Kick out to Giannis. Back to Lillard. There's 25 seconds left in the first quarter. Antetokounmpo can't get it to go.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Williams. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 6.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Bucks ahead. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. Let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the Bucks.
Everything working for them inside so far, guys. Tons of high-quality shots that they're knocking down inside.
And it seems they've also put an emphasis on moving the ball, working to rotate around the defense and find those quality looks.
On the floor for Oklahoma City, getting going here in the second quarter. The 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Holmgren and Hartenstein. Gilgeous-Alexander runs things with Dort to his side. And it's Williams at small forward. Clark, we know the Bucks are a veteran team that has now leveraged their assets to try to win now.
And the question is, Kevin, do they have enough? There's a point at which veteran becomes a nicer way or a euphemism for old, especially in today's NBA. That could be a problem for you.
Lillard against Gilgeous-Alexander. And the dunk by Lopez.
Putting that Stanton to the test. Big fella, banging it down.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Hartenstein. Lopez with the block. Here is Lillard. Here's the drive. Launches a 3. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Holmgren's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Williams passes to Holmgren. The kick out to Williams. Dort against Lillard. Now here's Dort. Guarded closely. Up and in for the basket. Number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now. Jackson from long range. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Lillard's got 4 assists now tonight. Williams sets a screen for Gilgeous-Alexander. Up and in on the way. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 8 points.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Lopez outside. The Thunder pull it in.
Usually, guys, he's going to knock that one down from there. Proficient at operating in that medium range area.
That bucket in no time at all. And now an 8-point Thunder lead. The league is attempting, Clark, to minimize flopping. Do you like the technical foul assessment for just that act?
Yeah, I do. I really do, because that way you can get it out of the game. These guys are as big, as strong as any athletes in the world. They shouldn't be falling down as much as they do trying to draw a foul.
Holmgren kicks to Dort. And the Thunder another 3.
And they are starting to pull away here as the shots continue to fall.
Yeah, I agree with you. A big run taking place right now, and it looks to be the beginning of the end.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
And, you know, they've got to be careful, because this is when the team concept breaks down and guys start playing hero ball.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their play.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
Bobby Portis has checked in for Milwaukee. Just a quick look now at how the point totals have looked over the last several months for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
It's been surprising to me to see him take a little bit of a tumble lately in terms of what he's doing for them offensively. The points just haven't been there for him like they were a few months back. The defenses he's facing have adjusted to him, and he hasn't been able to make his own adjustments.
Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Williams. Lost contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Boy, have they gotten hot here in the second quarter. No wonder they're in front.
I don't know if this field goal percentage is sustainable, but if they can stay close to what they've done in shooting the ball, they'll run away with this one.
Giannis high post. Shot to stop the run. 5 on the clock. Kuzma finds Jackson. And Kuzma slams it in.
You know, I think Kuzma's the kind of guy you've got to push out of the paint. When you don't, this is what happens.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside, Dort. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. Got a hand on it.
Upping his intensity on the defensive end. Love to see that. Kuzma uses his length and athleticism to challenge and alter shots.
And they are absolutely stroking it from beyond the arc.
The Thunder leading by 11. Gilgeous-Alexander with it. Picked up by Kuzma. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Great D that time from Portis. And here's Giannis from outside. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's Oklahoma City holding on to an 11-point cushion as we... Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
Fans, please direct your attention to center.
Hello and
a look here now at the Bucks. You really get to see what they're made of after your hard work in the offseason.
Yeah, you have.
shifting back to that first half of play, let's focus on SGA. Man, is he off to a strong start. And that is it for halftime.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You know, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has been exceptional here tonight, guys.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
We've got Bobby Portis. Gary Trent is out there with Prince. Then there's Pat Connaughton. And it's Sims in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits. Sims has got the first points of the second half here for Milwaukee. Caruso against Prince. Caruso, the pass to Williams. Caruso, a screen on Trent. Wallace dishes to Williams. The kick out to Williams. Launches it. Sims with the rebound. Bucks trail by 9. Pass to Connaughton. Back to Portis. The Bucks working the ball around. And the basket is good.
Smart pass by Portis, showing the ability to make good decisions with the ball.
And Caruso's got the ball here for the Oklahoma City Thunder. At one point, they led by 16. And again, no good by Oklahoma City.
And out of the gates here in this second half, they have not started well. 0 of 3.
Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. Connaughton's got 4 points in the quarter.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Trent against Wallace. Back to Caruso. It's stolen. Trent against Wallace. Trent gets the bucket.
The chemistry has been terrific.
really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Here's the 3, and that one's good. Caruso's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Here's Portis. Makes it off the glass.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
Here's Caruso. And the Thunder, another 3.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
Here's Trent. Kicks it out to Prince. Taken away by Williams. And the Thunder pushing it up now. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin, the Bucks are still trying to perfect their chemistry. Bobby Portis says things take time. You've got to keep continuing to build it. There's another level Dame and Giannis can get to. Just making it front. Them continuing to get better at it opens the floor for everyone else on the court. Kevin?
Well, David, with those two guys, Dame and Giannis, it opens the floor up a lot. Hey, thanks for the report. And the 3 ball is good. And the Thunder lead by 10.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
Chalk up 2 there. Sims has got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
5 straight baskets resulting from assists. They're playing as one unit out there.
Here's Caruso. The kick out to Williams. Wallace outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Williams has a screen for Wallace. Over Trent. Wallace misses. Bucks trail by 8. 3 on 3. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And you know you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
Caruso kicks to Williams. Pass to Williams. Caruso, a screen on Connaughton. And looks like the illegal kick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
The Thunder leading by 6. Cuts off the pass. 3 on 3. Prince kicks to Trent. Pass to Lopez. It's tipped. Shoots over Caruso. And so it's Oklahoma City with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. We come back right after this. Let's hear what Doc Rivers has going on.
Hey, guys, we need a run right here. Come on now.
We've reached the 4th quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. And Oklahoma City, looking who they've got to start the 4th quarter. The 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Holmgren and Hartenstein. Gilgeous-Alexander runs things with Dort to his side. And it's Williams at the 3 set. Lopez with the ball. He's picked up by Gilgeous-Alexander.
You know, at the end of the day, size does matter, especially on the glass.
Shoots from the baseline. Dort finds Williams. No good on the 3. Bucks trail by 6. Giannis sets a screen for Lillard. Takes it in.
Well, the ability to knife inside and convert Lillard is fearless when it comes to attacking the basket.
Puts it up from 12. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander missing. Kuzma outside. And the 3 off target. The Thunder leading by 4. 3-pointer for 3. Williams. The shot's good. Gilgeous-Alexander making the play. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 3 assists in the game. And we've got a timeout called by Doc Rivers. And he wants to see some changes out there right away and right now. The Bucks making a switch here. Prince is checked in. Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Well, during that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Doc Rivers said to his team. He said, hey, we're still in this thing. We just have to trust each other out there. Be aggressive, stay together, and play as a team. We're coming back and winning this one. Pretty confident words, Kevin.
All right, David, thanks. Now, Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside, Dort. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
First personal foul.
Who needs the NBA draft? I mean, Dort worked his way onto the team, into the rotation, and then turns into a key contributor.
Bobby Portis is checked in for Lopez. Williams, he's checked in for the Thunder. Bucks trail by 6. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Kicks it out to Lillard. Back to Antetokounmpo.
Well, I tell you what, the long arms of Antetokounmpo are really incredibly lethal in the paint. Sometimes the defense really has no choice but to foul him and then hope he misses.
Hartenstein's checked in for Williams. Second free throw, no good. The Thunder leading by 6. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Holmgren. Gilgeous-Alexander surveying the D. Stolen by Prince. And oh, here we go. Lillard's got it, the fast break chance. And the dunk by Jackson.
Excellent read from the veteran Lillard. He has a strong feel for how his teammates are open.
Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. With the teardrop, it's good. And the Thunder lead by 6.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
And Lillard kicks to Prince. Jackson drives in. Back to Lillard. A three-pointer, no good. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He'll bring it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. At one point, they led by 16. Holmgren finds Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Hartenstein. Just 4 to shoot. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. Here's Holmgren. And again, it's Oklahoma City.
Oh, good awareness right there from Holmgren. Making sure to get off a great look in time.
From deep, Giannis. The Thunder pull it in. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Hartenstein with a screen on Jackson. From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. Bucks trail by 8. Takes the 3. And there's Jackson on the assist by Giannis.
You can see the evolution of Giannis as a passer. He's gotten good at thinking for himself and his teammates.
Dort misses. Milwaukee has gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on 3-point attempts here in the fourth. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
You know, feeling very comfortable taking a big shot when his team needs it. That's a sign of how Antetokounmpo has matured recently.
And it's Hartenstein in the corner. Poked away. Stolen by Jackson. Lillard outside to tie it up. It's good. A tremendous 3 to tie it up.
Somebody really lit the fuse for Damian Lillard.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. It's Dort on the wing. The 3. Buries it from outside.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game? Yes.
Giannis outside. Fires the 3. No good from 3-point territory. And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now against And again, they're not in the penalty yet.
And you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
Sure. It's not over. The clock is as much a problem for them as the score is right now, so they've got to try to manage it.
So the first one drops, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. So he gets them both, and it's a 5-point game.
And that's curtains for him. Some really good work at the charity stripe to close this one out.
Portis for three. Got a piece of it. And it's out of bounds. The Bucks able to retain possession here. So it's Oklahoma City picking up the win. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know, it really was. And Kevin, when this one was hanging in the balance late, they showed just what a tough-minded group they can be.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony.
And here's a look now at the last few months of assist numbers for Jason Tatum.
They've got to be happy about how many more assists he's been dishing out lately. He's got a pass-first mentality, and with how well he's been distributing, that's a very good thing. His teammates love playing with him.
Looking at the starting five for Boston. The perimeter pair, White and Brown. Tatum is the 4 with Porzingis at center. And it's Holiday in at the point guard position. And for Milwaukee, inside we have Giannis and Lopez. Jackson out there with Damian Lillard. And it's Prince in at the 3, the small forward.
Yeah, I think something that doesn't get appreciated enough is Lillard's patience. But he's not one to rush things or look for easy outs. He knows it takes hard work to succeed.
Did you guys see that? What an insane slam.
Man, you got to have some hang time to pull that off. Well, Grant, from roster to coaching changes, the Bucks have been trying to become an even more elite team.
Yeah, teams are always tinkering now these days, B.A. The Bucks know they are a high-level team, but they want to dominate the competition on another level.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
I was able to spend a few minutes with Doc Rivers. Their team's biggest concern tonight, the scoring of Jaylen Brown. Coach commenting, quote, Brown has become an elite scorer in this league. Jaylen can have huge nights. We know he's going to score, but we have to limit his easy looks, especially early. Something to watch, B.A.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie.
And look at Giannis using his length inside, allowing him to beat the contact and get the finish.
And Tatum, here we go.
Well, he can play the 4 because he gets off the ground so well.
Launches a 3. Jackson can't get it to go.
Well, there you have it. Their first miss of the game, but still off to a solid start here in terms of shooting.
Here's Holiday, and denied. He sends it right off the glass. To the middle. It's tipped. It's stolen by Tatum. In transition, here they come. Here's Brown. Knocks it loose. Porzingis. And a good offensive board, and he gets the bucket.
Well, just by hitting the offensive glass, Porzingis can pick up a lot of extra points.
Lillard against Holiday. Now here's Lillard, guarded closely. And the dunk by Lillard.
What an athletic play from Lillard. More than capable of just jamming it down.
Here's White. That's no good. Couldn't get his first one to go. The Bucks leading by 4. Holiday taking his time here. And a miss there on the triple. The Bucks have gotten 5 of 7 shots to fall. And coach, a perennial all-defense performer, Drew Holiday, fearsome at that end of the floor in particular.
Yeah, Brian, he's as good a defensive guard as there is. Great size and strength at the point guard spot. You combine that with his IQ and his competitive will, he is a problem on a nightly basis.
Here's Tatum after the basket by Milwaukee on the other end. Rebounded by Lopez. And there's 1:45 left now in the first quarter. Jackson, the pass to Antetokounmpo. White with a steal. And here we go, the Celtics on the run. Back to Tatum. And a great assist by Brown as that one goes in. Tatum's got 6. Milwaukee in the lead. And Lillard, here we go. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. Lillard's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Well, he's 3 for 4 to start out. Right off the bat, you could sense he was dialed in. All business so far.
Putting his court vision on full display. Holiday plays the role of floor general pretty effectively.
Holiday against Lillard. Down low. It's stolen by Tatum. Inside. Here's Porzingis. Oh, it's Porzingis with the jam.
What a two-way play. Just tremendous.
Yeah, the steal was slick. The slam topped it off.
And that is why you want to run off turnovers. Get down the floor before the defense is set.
Now here's Lopez. Last game, 26 points for him. White with the steal. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Over Lillard. Oh, that doesn't go on the chance to tie. And he lobs it up to the rim. Tatum with a steal. Here's Brown. Ooh, can't tie it up as that one's no good. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one. Milwaukee out in front, leading by just 2. Man, it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. All right, what stands out to you from Milwaukee in this one?
Well, it's simple. Rebounding made all the difference in the first quarter. They really got after it.
Hey, look, it's simple. More rebounds means more possessions, and that's clearly been their priority.
So the Celtics 5 right now. The core of this team, Brown and Tatum in the front court. Holiday at the 1 with White at the 2. And it's Porzingis in at the 5 spot. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Well, after some down years in Dallas, Kristaps Porzingis said, I really checked myself. From that point on, I started building my game back up. Sometimes when you're younger, your physical abilities might already be there, but your mental is not. Once that all clicks, that's when you've got something.
Well, that's a good way to think of it. Thanks, Allie. Stand 2 of the greatest words in all of sports, opening day.
Absolutely, Brian. Everybody's undefeated, everybody's optimistic, and everybody is eager to get going, whether you're playing or the guy on the sidelines drawing up plays.
Lillard deciding where to go with it. To the paint. The strong finish by Giannis.
And good luck stopping that. Giannis just makes it look so easy.
Holiday passes to Brown. Tatum, a screen on Lopez. Pass to Tatum. And stolen by Antetokounmpo. In transition. Here come the Bucks. Lillard outside. Now Jackson. And so he draws the foul. Headed to the line to shoot a pair.
Heady play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
And a moment to check out the scoring breakdown for Milwaukee.
Well, the way they've been attacking inside is phenomenal. Consistently getting high percentage looks, and that's what great offenses are all about.
And also the coaching staff has to love the hustle so far. Just playing with great energy, getting out and converting in transition.
Yeah, he might want to avoid looking over at the bench for a little bit here. A missed dunk like that is infuriating to a coach.
And he lobs it up the feed. The jam. Giannis.
Impressive how in sync Giannis is with his squad, enabling them to set up a flashy alley-oop.
Stan, you look at the Celtics, as high-powered as they come offensively.
No question, Brian. They can space the floor at every position, and any one of their starters is able to give you 20 on a given night.
4 on the clock. Holiday from long range. It's Milwaukee with a rebound. No question, this offense has some firepower.
And they're looking very confident in all that they're doing right now. Outside
White. Holiday against Lopez. From downtown, the shot by Holiday, no good.
Well, he just doesn't have it right now. It's as simple as that. And his team is struggling as a result.
Despite the miss, those are the kind of looks coaches hope to create.
White for three, connects again from distance.
For this franchise now, he's hit the most threes in a single season. Unbelievable.
His incredible range stretches out the defense on a nightly basis. It's an invaluable element to this offense. For three, here's Lillard. Free ball from Lillard.
He's had it going offensively, helping them build this lead.
Here's Holiday, and he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. That's on Brook Lopez.
Holiday's firing, tough to keep up with.
And grant the combination of Giannis and Lillard, one of the most fearsome pick-and-roll tandems the league has ever seen.
You're spot on, B.A. You surround them with shooting, and you have the makings of an offensive juggernaut.
That one falls. Antetokounmpo's got 14.
And you can see early on that Giannis wanted to be aggressive. I mean, he's taken over at the offensive end.
Porzingis with a screen on Jackson. Outside Tatum. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way.
Everyone in the building saw the obvious contact.
Boston shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts in the game.
Well, there's no question that Tatum is one of the best scorers in the game today. And because he was so good at such a young age, it's easy to forget how young he still is.
Pass to Prince. Jackson with it. Lopez, the screen. Puts up a three. Holiday grabs the miss. 7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Outside Tatum. Giannis with the rebound. Antetokounmpo's got 5 rebounds in the game. Jackson against Holiday. Jackson, the pass to Lillard. Antetokounmpo, a screen on White. Throws it up high, and the jam by Antetokounmpo.
And I love how he's pushing the tempo and creating for others. He does this game in and game out. Incredible.
Yeah, when you're moving the ball like that, it just keeps everyone engaged in the game.
Giannis Antetokounmpo has been on display for the... Thanks very much, Allie. And folks, we'll be right back to start the second half of this game.
Their offense is running like a machine there, Shaq. I mean, they're making calculated decisions, kind of like all of those.
And later on, some... Thanks for tuning in.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one, as both teams trying to gain an edge. It's been a clinic out there by Giannis Antetokounmpo.
The numbers say it all. He spent the first half playing efficient ball.
Yeah, it's not like he's getting everything at the rim. He's playing smart and just taking what the defense gives him.
Gary Trent is out there with Kyle Kuzma. Then there's Pat Connaughton. Then it's Bobby Portis. And it's Sims in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's Doc Rivers 5 as we get into the second half. Celtics trail by 6. Craig up top, covered by Connaughton. Craig against Connaughton. Lets the three fly. The rebound by the Bucks. Coach closing in on 2 decades in the league. Al Horford continues to put in the work.
Well, Brian, that's what it takes to make sure your body is able to compete against players half your age. He's never shied away from doing all the little things.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Brian, it's great hearing Celtics coach Joe Mazzulla talk shop. He said everybody tries to break basketball up into offense and defense, but it's one game. Your spacing, decision-making, and shot selection set up your defense. That transition happens so fast, so the game is constantly changing. It's all connected, Brian.
No question. Thanks, Allie. Good stuff there. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
It's stolen by Trent. Oh, and a fast break for the Bucks.
And they've made themselves easy pickings. Sloppy ball control creates an easily converted turnover.
Craig inside, covered by Connaughton. It's stolen by Trent. And the Bucks pushing it up now. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Yeah, Kuzma has gotten pretty good at this, spotting those open guys who are prepared to shoot.
And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. And the Bucks with some changes. Giannis Antetokounmpo's checked in for Sims. And it's Jackson in for Connaughton. And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. And it's time to give you a look at the top three-point shooting teams from a year ago. Boston in second.
Well, last season, what stood out about this team was their three-point shooting. They shot a very high percentage from distance.
Celtics trail by 12. Now Holiday. From deep three-point land. It's Milwaukee with a rebound. Antetokounmpo has got 6 rebounds in the game.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
And it's Trent penetrating. Ooh, a two-handed power slam.
Their offense has been unstoppable, just firing on all cylinders.
Well, clearly the defense has had no answer for them. Might be time to try something different.
Can they get it? Look at Tatum using his length. Well, Stan, every franchise has their guy. What kind of things do you want your franchise player to exhibit?
Well, Brian, here's what people have to understand. The culture of your team is determined by your best player. If you want a hardworking, unselfish, competitive team, that best player, that franchise guy, has to embody those things.
Yeah, what attention to detail from Kuzma. Finding the steal and sparking the fast break.
Tatum with a screen. Holiday with the ball. Jackson in his pocket. Right side White. It's hauled in by Portis. And so it's Kuzma who brings up the ball for the Bucks. They've only allowed 2 points so far in the second half. And they pick up 2.
Just so successful getting the ball inside and finding those great looks.
Porzingis with a screen on Antetokounmpo. Here's Tatum. That one is off. Good D by Antetokounmpo. Milwaukee leading by 16. Jackson for 3. Buries it from 3. Jackson's got his second bucket on the night.
I just love the ball movement.
Outside Holiday. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
Look, I know he wanted to answer with a 3 of his own, but you gotta play smarter. Play your game, not theirs.
Trent, and down it goes. Jam that one home.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
Absolutely. They're playing their game and executing at a real high level. Everything is working for him right now.
A nice shot by Tatum.
Well, he's been able to find points, just not enough of them. They've got to string together some more buckets.
Antetokounmpo, a screen on Holiday. Trent, the pass to Antetokounmpo. No stopping him there. Jams it in, and he's fouled. An opportunity at a three-point play. It's on Drew Holiday. Porter Jr., he's checked in for Jackson. And the free throw, no good. Well, Grant, they say early in Giannis's career, he had to work not just on his game, but his attitude.
And that's true, B.A. It wasn't a bad attitude. He just lacked an edge. The ruthless mindset that all great players have. But, man, once he got that edge, he never lost it.
Shot clock and game clock, 1 second differential. Knocks down the long J.
Look, shooting off the catch is something White's become really good at.
Portis against Porzingis. Kuzma for three. The rebound, Celtics. 1 second left. What a play! He drains it at the buzzer!
And credit him for understanding the situation.
And here at the end of the third, it's a double-digit ball game. Milwaukee out in front, up by 15. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. On the court right now for the Celtics, the two Jays, Brown at the 3 and Tatum at the 4. Holiday at the 1 with White at the 2. And it's Porzingis in at the 5, down low. Here's Lillard. And that one falls. His 5th basket in 7 tries.
Inside, Lillard can deliver. He's a skilled finisher. I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Milwaukee making a switch here. Kuzma's checked in. Holiday from long range. No good. Kuzma with the defensive effort.
And their physical dominance has been on display. A 10-rebound advantage is a good indicator of how this game has gone.
Celtics trail by 17. Here's Tatum. Oh, Tatum stuffing it home.
Off the bounce, Tatum has so many different ways he can take you.
Lillard left side on the take and stolen by Holiday. There's Tatum with the 3. Second chance effort. The 3. Tatum drills the 3.
This is their plan in the second half, to try to use the three-point shot to shrink this deficit.
Now here's Lillard. Pass to Kuzma. Back to Lillard. Just 5 on the clock. And just about a minute and a half gone by in the fourth. That's off. 5 for 8 from the floor. Right side, Holiday. Porzingis with a screen on Kuzma. Three-pointer, Holiday. It's cleared by Damian Lillard. Lillard's got 5 rebounds in the game. To the inside. And it's Lopez. That time on the assist by Lillard.
And now, almost all their points coming from the paint.
Holiday from long range. No good that time.
Yeah, there's no reason for the defense to get out on him right now. Just let him keep taking that shot until he shows them he's going to knock it down.
Yeah, just pulling the trigger. The moment Kuzma is lined up, he takes the shot.
White drives in. Pass to Porzingis. And down it goes. 2 points.
Well, he can beat you in a lot of ways. Very challenging to defend.
Holiday against Lillard. And here's Lopez from the arc. Porzingis grabs the board. Porzingis has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Three-pointer, Holiday. Milwaukee with the rebound. Portis has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth. And he lays it up and in. And the Bucks lead by 17.
Gotta love how they've just maintained their intensity, even when they're this far up.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, just protect the ball, make smart decisions, don't give them a chance to get back in the game.
Brown against Prince. And the jam by Brown.
Yeah, we know Brown loves some aerial theatrics, and he really went all out there.
Portis outside. Pass to Kuzma. Lays it up and banks it in.
It looks like it'll be a big win for them here. Time to just cruise to the end of the game and chalk up the victory for the Bucks.
Offensively, they made the most of their trips.
They found multiple ways to score consistently, and a little luck doesn't hurt them either. They also got some nice bounces off the rim tonight, too.
And so this win marks their first victory of the new year.
And they avoid the season series sweep. This team played with pride to get the dub tonight.
And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Well, that work he's shown on the glass has been spectacular. You love to see that as a coach.
And Drew Holiday gets the whistle that time. That's his third foul of the game.
And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
Antetokounmpo is checked in for Milwaukee. Jackson comes in for Kuzma. And it's Antetokounmpo with the miss. And so it's Tatum who brings up the ball for the Boston Celtics. It's a 16-point game. There's the drive. And finished off by Tatum. Here's Lillard. Jackson right side. Kicks it out to Antetokounmpo. Lillard outside. Back to Antetokounmpo. And the layup is good off the glass.
This has to feel good. They gave their fans a show and secured the W.
Yep, the crowd gets to go home feeling good about the win tonight. Their team looked impressive.
Yeah, this is Holiday's mentality. Never afraid at trying his luck and forcing the issue.
That's good from Holiday.
2 shots.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Here's Milwaukee. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. Down low. Here's Antetokounmpo.
This is what winning is all about. Playing your best when it matters most.
Yeah, they've got clutch guys on this team, and they never let up.
It's Holiday with a drive. So this one belongs to the Bucks. Boy, thanks, Alec. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Stan.
Now that the new season is tipped off, Richard, how important is it to get things off to a good start?
I'd say it's fairly important, but this is a long season, Kevin. It's about sustaining a high level of play consistently.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. Holiday in the backcourt. To his side is White. The small and power forwards, the star pair of Brown and Tatum. And it's Porzingis in at center. White. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot. White's got the scoreboard going with his first points of the night for Boston. Williams sends a screen for Gilgeous-Alexander. Williams passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Williams. And the slam by Williams.
Oh, that's too smooth. I mean, Gilgeous-Alexander with some clever playmaking there.
Outside, White. Left to the wing, and here's Porzingis for a three.
A really good rebound in traffic. That's what the big fella's there for.
Greg, seems like we always talk about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's offensive side, but when it comes to deflections and steals, his defense, he's one of the best.
Yeah, his two-way ability is sometimes overlooked in the mainstream media, but people in the know how good of a defender he is.
And it's White missing.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively.
It's good on the putback.
You know we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Love the aggression from Brown. A tough cover for any defender out there.
RJ, we've seen multiple all-star games for Jaylen Brown. Can he become a superstar?
Well, to me, if you've got a finals MVP in your back pocket on your resume, you are now a superstar, and Jaylen Brown is that.
Now here's Williams. Pass to Dort. Shoots over White. It's stolen by Brown. To the paint. Holmgren with the steal. From deep, Williams. They get it again. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Holmgren finds Gilgeous-Alexander. Clock at 6. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
And good work inside. SGA will make more room for himself on the perimeter when he can be effective down low.
And it's White missing.
Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the D has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull the trigger.
Hands it from downtown. Williams has got 5.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Right now, I've sent it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Celtics coach Joe Mazzulla has talked about the two J's, Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. He says they've been lumped together because they play a similar position, but they don't have to be similar. You've got to be able to express who they are and not constantly be compared to each other. They're not the same. Kevin?
David, remember a couple of years ago, there was some thought that maybe one would be traded. Glad they're still together.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Williams against Brown. Fires for 3. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. They are a hot team right now. 7 consecutive wins and looking for number 8 tonight.
You can feel the energy in the air around this team. They know they are on a roll, and they are committed to keeping it going as long as they can.
Williams gets the bucket.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
Richard, the Celtics have been among the NBA's elites for quite a while now.
Well, they've been a title contender every year for almost a decade now. Even with several coaching changes over that time, they've been the model of consistency.
And the dunk by Hartenstein.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
They came out and bum rushed them. Huge difference in activity level from both teams tonight.
Holmgren can't hit.
And sometimes on defense, you can just get lucky.
Pass to Brown from outside the arc. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday.
Once a weakness in Brown's arsenal, now he's a legitimate threat to burn you from deep.
Gilgeous-Alexander with it. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. Triggers a replay review by the official.
The line for two.
Fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to a challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They have decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
The first one falls.
Nearly automatic. Gilgeous-Alexander, no slouch from the line.
He doesn't get the second one. Oklahoma City comes into this one after the win against the Kings in Sacramento. And it's Brown missing.
I'd like to see him a bit more efficient. He has not been great this quarter.
And the dunk by Holmgren.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Couldn't come up with a much better start than this. They just have to keep it going.
And here's Tatum for three. And so it's Oklahoma City sitting with a comfortable lead up by 14. They're and so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Thunder.
So far, they haven't had to force anything. They're swinging the ball around and turning good passing into points.
And on top of that, they've been asserting themselves offensively, getting a good chunk of their points from inside.
On the court for the Celtics, second quarter underway. The post pair, Tatum and Porzingis. Holiday in the backcourt. To his side is White. And it's Brown in at the small forward position. Williams can't hit. Celtics trail by 14. Here we are sizing up GA. Jalen Williams, and his shooting has got to be his biggest strength.
Absolutely. He's great at spacing the floor for his teammates.
Oh, Jason Tatum finishes with authority.
One of the craziest dunks we've seen. Tatum with the bounce.
Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Holmgren. Rebound, Boston. Porzingis has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Holiday, the pass to Porzingis. And the jumper is on the mark.
Porzingis breaking tendencies with that catch and shoot.
Oklahoma City comes into this one after the win against the Kings. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Good on the shot. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 5 now.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Brown against Dort. Nice defense from Dort.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Unloads from 13. Rebound, Boston. And a record-setting season continues for him. Now up over 30 road wins.
And well, you're talking maybe only 15 times in the history of the NBA has a team cleared 30 road wins in a single season. And in that group, a lot of teams that went on to win the championship. I think a lot of people would say this team is the favorite to go all the way.
Pass to Brown. Scores for only the second time tonight. Now 2 for 6 from the field.
For an athlete like Brown, you salivate. You just start drooling thinking about the open floor. Fast breaks are your friend.
The shot's good from Gilgeous-Alexander. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 4 this quarter.
And
with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
Richard, we've seen how far basketball has evolved from 10 years ago to 5 years ago to now. What is it looking like when you go ahead 5 or 10 years?
I think in 5 to 10 years, we're going to see more and more centers that are just so skilled. Taller players, more Kevin Durant's. You're going to see more Wembys. You're going to see more Chet Holmgrens because they're not just putting the tall guy underneath the basket.
And again for 3.
And now for this franchise, he's hit the most threes in a single season.
His incredible range stretches out the defense on a nightly basis. It's an invaluable element to this offense. Gilgeous-Alexander, good. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Three-pointer. It's good, and the Thunder lead is cut down to just 6 points and the bucket from White.
Proving he's more than just a go-to scorer. Brown also loves swinging the ball to open teammates.
And Gilgeous-Alexander, here we go.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. Oh, Tatum finds a way.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Hartenstein. Here's Dort. It's good from long range. Dort's got 6.
And the three-point shot wasn't always there for Dort, but he's put in a ton of work on it, and it shows.
Porzingis with a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's White missing.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
Here's Williams. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. It's Dort on the wing. Brown wide open. He fires. Good on the three-point shot. He's got 8.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
And here is Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's in there. And the Thunder lead by 8.
Obviously, this guy has a talent for scoring, able to problem solve for whatever the defense tosses at him.
Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, guys, has been on display for the Thunder. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
Fans, please
And just to throw you guys a little curveball here, what's your take on the alternate floor designs teams are using these days? Shifting back to that first half of play, let's focus on SGA. Man, is he off to a strong start. Thanks for spending half.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. You know, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander has been exceptional here tonight, guys.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column? Through 2 quarters, he has been terrific.
Always wants to be a go-to guy for them. I'm sure he'll be calling for the ball even more in this half.
We've got Williams. Williams is out there with Aaron Wiggins. Then there's Wallace, and it's Caruso in at the 2. And that's who Mark Daigneault starts the second half.
Clearly a foul.
Boston shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. Both free throws good from Craig. And Caruso's got the ball here for the Oklahoma City Thunder. They've led by as many as 14 points. Rebound, Boston. And there's the foul. We're going Alex Caruso. That's his first foul.
Second team foul.
Here's Pritchard. Banked in off the glass. Pritchard's got his first 2 points of the night.
Off and running right off the bat here to start the second half.
Here's Caruso. And Shireman pulls it down.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Here's Pritchard. Wallace covering. A shot by Pritchard, no good. The Thunder leading by 6. Shoots the 3. And Pritchard pulls it down.
Rough start to the second half for them, only getting one of the past 4 shots to fall.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Right now, let's bring up the 2K leaderboard and see the teams that really knew how to clog the passing lanes last season. Second, the Thunder.
You know, I don't know if the numbers even told the story. I mean, their defense was as good as it gets, often just leaving their opponents completely demoralized.
Now, he's perfectly comfortable doing work at the line.
Wallace, the pass to Williams. Williams has a screen for Wallace from downtown. And again, Oklahoma City, no good.
Out of halftime, not the way you want to execute, just 1 of 5 from the field.
And finished off by Craig.
Well, they're getting stops, and they're attacking on the offensive end.
All the momentum seems to be running in their favor. They're close to taking the lead.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, you can give up some size, but that shows you how fearless he is, willing to attack the basket no matter who is in front of him. And he might have thrown himself off when he saw how much space he had from 3.
Caruso buries it from 3-point range. Now it's a 7-point Thunder lead.
Nice shot off the dribble. Caruso, he gets the defense on his heels and then pulls the string.
Craig with a screen on Wiggins. Here's Pritchard. Count the basket.
A quality pass, setting up a quality shot. It's just textbook basketball.
The Thunder leading by 5. Caruso looking for an opening. Pass to Wiggins. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Here's Pritchard. Bangs home the trifecta. Pritchard's got 7 points here in this quarter.
Beautiful job closing the gap here. Let's see if they can sustain this run.
The thing they have to watch for is mental fatigue. They have to stay focused and finish the job.
Kept alive. Out to Wallace. .132 left in the third. A wide open look here for Caruso.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Celtics trail by 4. Here's Pritchard. He has 7. For the 3. Rebound by Williams.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
Back to Caruso. Outside Williams. Just 5 on the clock. Rebounded by the Celtics. 2-for-1 chance here.
Let's see if they use the clock to their advantage.
Pass to Caruso. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
This is what I love about Caruso, his willingness to accept the contact on the way out.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. That one misses for Caruso. Celtics trail by 6. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game. And Caruso's got the ball here for the Thunder. Led by as many as 14 points. Wallace kicks to Caruso. Williams has a screen for Caruso. And he makes that one. And now an 8-point Thunder lead. Here's Hauser. Wiggins with the block. Oh, yes, he can! Yes, he can!
Buzzer, that's why he's that dude.
Yeah.
And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. Back right after this. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Serving it up on a platter, that is a beautiful dish. And two teammates on the same page. Woo.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. And a look at the 5 for the Celtics to start the 4th quarter. White in at shooting guard with Brown playing small forward. The post pair, Tatum and Porzingis. And it's Holiday in a point guard.
And this is SGA's role. He's out here to score and score often.
Here's Brown. And the layup's good off the glass.
Maybe they've been going to him a little too much. Now he's having a great game, but his team is losing, and that is all that matters.
Williams passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. Offline with his 3. Celtics trail by 9. White wide open. He fires. And the shot is good. Dropping in off the front of the rim.
I love the decision-making of Drew. You want the ball in Holiday's hands.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And he uses the glass on the layup. And the Thunder lead by 9.
No, he's been locked all the way in from the floor, and he's the #1 reason why they're winning right now.
Brown outside. The kick out to Holiday. Porzingis inside. He's against Hartenstein. 5 to shoot. Holiday with it. Dort covering. It's deflected, and he recovers it. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Oklahoma City leading by 9. Gilgeous-Alexander finds Dort. 2nd minute off the clock now in the 4th. And the layup falls.
Very good inside. Dort's got great upper body strength.
Pass to Tatum. To the middle. Here's Brown. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Holmgren's got his 5th rebound in this one. It's Gilgeous-Alexander with the drive.
And moving with such speed, the quickness of SGA's drives, something to admire.
Porzingis with a screen on Dort. Holiday, the pass to Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Oh, and look at how well he led him in there. Really, he passed him open for that deuce.
Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Holmgren. Williams has a screen for Holmgren. He's looking for Williams and finds him. And taken away by Brown. 1:52 left here in the 4th quarter. And that's a foul called on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That is his first foul of the game. Holmgren with the steal.
The defense had the pass well anticipated. They know the offense wants to get that ball inside.
And a wide open look for Gilgeous-Alexander. Again, Oklahoma City. And look at how the hustle game has been going for Oklahoma City.
Great heads-up defensive play tonight, creating offensive opportunities for themselves by forcing deflections.
And they've also shown great effort defensively tonight. They closed out on shooters and got their hands up on multiple shots.
Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the 4th quarter. Gilgeous-Alexander against Holiday. Gilgeous-Alexander, a screen on Brown. Here's Williams. 4 on the clock. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. Offensive rebound. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. A 3 ball. And Tatum pulls it down. Celtics trail by 11. White left side for 3. It's rebounded by Hartenstein.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay. Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for Oklahoma City.
Looking at both these teams, they're great rebounders, and on any given night, you might not know who would have the advantage on the board.
They made the most of those extra rebounds as well, Kevin.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And this is a great way for them to kick off this season series. 2 more games ahead, and they've taken the mental advantage with this win tonight.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
And let's just say this, the name of the game is scoring, and yes, he provided that tonight. You're welcome.
So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step.
Stacking up over the past several months for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
We're just not seeing the same tenacity from him on the defensive end lately. He hasn't been blocking as many shots over the last few months, and I think it's made him a little less intimidating under the hoop.
And the Milwaukee starting five. Inside, we have Giannis and Lopez. Damian Lillard out there with Jackson, and it's Prince in at the small forward position. Pass to Holmgren, fires for three. The rebound by Jackson.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Well, Doris, Chet Holmgren was one of the more highly touted guys coming into the league in a long time.
He was, BA, and he has lived up to the billing. At that size, to be able to shoot the ball, put it on the deck, be a force at the rim defensively. But maybe his best attribute, he is a tough competitor.
And it's the Thunder with the ball. After the basket by Milwaukee on the other end. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Williams from long range. It's Milwaukee with a rebound.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
A bit ago, Mark Dagnall and I were able to chat. We briefly discussed what he wanted his team to do against Damian Lillard, and he said to not let him get going from deep. Once his three ball is falling, everything else becomes easier for him. So we have to talk out there on the perimeter. So expect to see a lot of defensive activity near the three-point line tonight. Guys?
Appreciate the report, Allie. Now here's Jackson. Oh, deflected. Stolen by Caruso. Right side, Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Holmgren. Now here's Williams. Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. Defended by Lillard. And slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
This guy is such an explosive athlete. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander goes straight to the cup.
And Lillard, here we go.
Wow. I'll tell you, such an advantage having a playmaker who can get up to the rim and finish.
Now that is what every team wants.
Oh, you love it. Fearless, aggressive, leaving. No doubt whatsoever.
Gilgeous-Alexander, a screen on Prince. Caruso misses. For Milwaukee, they've gone 3 of 3 so far from the floor. Prince, the pass to Lopez. And it's Lopez with the jam.
Well, one aspect that makes Lopez dangerous, his size. At 7 foot, he doesn't have to go far to slam it home.
Dort outside. Gilgeous-Alexander, a screen on Lillard. Dort's shot is good. Early in the season like this, it's interesting to see the improvement and new skills players have picked up over the offseason.
BA, it really is, because yes, do the players take a brief respite on it? You've got to get your body right, get your mind back and rejuvenated. But the fact is, for most NBA players, this is a 365-day commitment. They are working on shooting, conditioning, skill development. There is very little time off for these guys.
The Thunder making a switch here. Hartenstein's checked in.
Boy, love watching Brook Lopez go to work. Superb at playing to his strengths down on the box.
From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. And the shot's off. 1 for 2 in this one. And so Lillard will bring it up for Milwaukee. Pass to Lopez. Jackson against Hartenstein. Lopez in the post. Hartenstein pulls it in. Oklahoma City has gone just 2 for 6 from the arc here in the first. Not sure why he committed the intentional foul. no purpose.
I think everyone's a little confused, but weird plays happen. I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Holmgren with a screen on Jackson. Gilgeous-Alexander finds Holmgren. There's the three. Connects from downtown. Holmgren's got 6 points.
Well, the very definition of a stretch big, right? Chet Holmgren comes in with the reputation as a spacer.
Lillard against Gilgeous-Alexander. Lillard passes to Antetokounmpo. And it's Lillard who picks up the assist. Antetokounmpo's got his 3rd basket on the night right there. The Thunder have gone 4 of 8 and looking in control. It's Dort on the wing. Pass to Williams. Back to Dort. 6 on the shot clock. Now Gilgeous-Alexander, defended by Lillard. A nice shot by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Boy, you love what this guy is doing right now. He's taking smart shots, shooting a high percentage, starting to cook.
Lillard passes to Lopez. Here's Antetokounmpo. And it's Holmgren with a rebound.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
Gilgeous-Alexander feeling it out a bit. Back to Holmgren. Nice move. And it's good on the layup. Give him 8.
He just brings a great feel for the game at the offensive end.
Got it off in time. And so it's Chet Holmgren making things happen for Oklahoma City. 8 points in the quarter. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead in the second quarter. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Thunder.
Well, they found a groove, and it's from distance, so knocking them down from the three-point land never hurts.
Yeah, and in addition, their ball movement has really unleashed their offense. Boy, they've been fun to watch.
Taking a look at the Bucks. Inside, we have Giannis and Lopez. Jackson out there with Damian Lillard. And it's Prince in at the small forward position. Well, Grant, there are few players in the league who can attack a defense from the logo, but Lillard is one of them.
Yeah, and he makes it look so easy. You have to pick him up at the half-court line, and it's been that way for about a decade.
Thunder leading by 3. Here's Williams. And he converts the layup.
Man, he is stronger than he looks, trust me. I mean, Williams has the bulk to win those tough battles inside.
Dort against Prince. Over to the left wing. The 3, here's Lillard. Williams grabs the board. Oklahoma City has gotten 3 of their 7 threes to find the net in this matchup. Hartenstein a screen. The layup misses. And there's a whistle. That'll belong to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Bucks trail by 5. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Brian, with the Bucks switching coaches midway through last season, Doc Rivers, experienced with star-laden rosters, he said, quote, "I resist thinking that you can't coach players. I have no problem holding them accountable. If you don't do it, you're not going to win." Brian, the pressure's on to get it done.
The burden of expectations. It's title or bust. Thanks, Allie. Thunder leading by 3. Quarter 2 and about 2 minutes in. Pass to Holmgren. Dort outside. Banked it in off the glass. Dort's got 5.
Very little resistance around the rim right now. That's the 5th straight bucket they've given up in the paint.
Here's Jackson.
Oh, man. He got fancy with that finish.
He may be trying to provide the spark they need to break this one open. Dort a screen on Jackson. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Holmgren. And here is Williams. There's the triple. 4 on the clock. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, and again, it's Oklahoma City.
Well, this guy flat out carrying the load for them offensively. He is taking and making good shots. What a terrific job.
And good luck stopping that. Giannis just makes it look so easy.
Doris, not only is the Thunder roster full of young talent, they also have a ridiculous amount of draft capital.
BA, you've got to give a ton of credit to the front office. They've got multiple options going forward. Continue to draft and develop their talent, or perhaps use those picks to trade for a superstar you believe fits.
To the left wing. Dort outside. Tipped away. Back to Hartenstein. Williams from long range. Milwaukee with the rebound. Lopez has got 4 rebounds now.
One reason this game is so tight is because both teams are hitting the boards with reckless abandon.
A minute 15 left in the second quarter.
Lopez has mastered the art of the pump fake. He gets the defense lifted. Terrific patience.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Brook Lopez. 2 shots.
And that one drops, so now they lead by 1.
He's one of the league's best free throw shooting bigs. A performance like this certainly proves it.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Dort. A deep 3. It's Milwaukee with a rebound. Lopez has got 5 rebounds in the game. Oh, what a performance offensively.
They're really rolling at that end. Excellent game plan. Wow! Always fun to see point guards who can elevate above the rim like that.
Oh, a strong mindset and even stronger finish.
Boy, it's incredible how much explosive scoring ability can come from the lead guard position. That is a big-time play.
Prince, the pass to Antetokounmpo. Lillard outside. Back to Prince. Drives to the hoop. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. Lou Dort picks one up.
Torian Prince can be a problem for defenders on the drive because he's strong and he's long.
And the Bucks with some changes. Bobby Portis comes in for Lopez. And it's Gary Trent Jr. in for Lillard.
I love it. In attack mode. Drawing foul calls this quarter and getting to the free throw line.
There's a 4-second difference between the shot and game clock. They need this. Outside for Dort. The 3 is up. Drops in the 3. Dort's got 8.
Boy, Lou Dort was dialed in from distance. You give him that corner look, he's taking it.
Inside. Here's Portis. Sit down, and the official calls a foul. It may be a 3-point play. It's going to go on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight. There's 6 seconds left in the first half. With 2 seconds left. No good. Misses at the buzzer. And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. Okay, Allie, appreciate it. And folks, we'll be back after halftime to begin the third quarter.
Before we get into that, I want to know, back when you guys played, what was your favorite city to play in?
Well, Shaq played for every team.
And now let's talk about our featured game. It was a solid first half for the Bucks.
I know my partner here. Appreciate.
Thanks for tuning in.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You look at Giannis Antetokounmpo. What a contribution.
The numbers say it all. He spent the first half playing efficient ball.
I think they've taken their time. They've showed incredible patience. It's a sign of a well-coached ball club.
Williams is out there with Williams. Then it's Cason Wallace. Then it's Alex Caruso. And it's Wiggins in at the 3, the small forward. That's the lineup for Oklahoma City. And here's Caruso outside. Rebounded by the Bucks.
I'll tell you what, they've been aggressive and they've been physical. Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, B.A.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative. And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
Yeah, B.A., that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it.
Jang, he's checked in for Oklahoma City.
Number 13.
Wiggins from long range. Rebounded by Trent.
Defense dodged the bullet that time. Total breakdown.
On the wing, Connaughton. Grant, there's a huge difference between talent on paper versus winning.
You're right, B.A., and it comes down to coaching, chemistry, and sacrifice. But I think the biggest thing is effort. All things being equal, the team that plays the hardest is going to win.
Outside, Williams. There's a screen. Rebounded by Trent.
Well, I guarantee you this is not what they talked about in the locker room. 0 for 3 and looking lost.
Personal foul. First team foul.
And we're about a minute and a half in the second half. Kuzma, the pass to Connaughton. Trent outside. Back to Connaughton. Just 5 on the clock. The Bucks need to get up a shot here. Sims. They get it back. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Thunder trail by 11. Here's Caruso. No made baskets yet. Pass to Wallace. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Clock at 6. Here's Williams. From outside the arc. Drills it from deep. Williams has gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
Oklahoma City foul. Jang. First personal foul. Second team foul.
The Bucks leading by 8. Trent finds Kuzma, and here's Connaughton. And that one is stuffed right through.
Yeah, Kyle Kuzma, we think of him as a scorer, but that was a tough target to miss, wide open.
Grant, Kyle Kuzma is an instinctual scorer who gets it done in a variety of ways.
He's especially skilled inside the painted area, but he's a capable shooter from mid-range and beyond the arc. Plus, he's someone you can rely on in the clutch. You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
To the paint. Here's Sims, and there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. Here's the group of players who had the most steals in the league last season. You look at Gilgeous-Alexander, active hands. He's second in the NBA in steals. And, of course, Alex Caruso, he's a menace to any ball handler and loves to jump passing lanes.
These two struck fear into their opponents last year. Able to force so many steals, they're a problem for opposing offenses.
Caruso, the pass to Williams. From behind the arc. Caruso misses. And so Trent will bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. Since the second half started, they've only given up 3 points. Pass to Sims. Boy, that foul looked intentional. Not exactly what you'd expect here.
Yeah, I know. It just doesn't make sense given the situation.
Kuzma against Caruso. Trent on the wing. 5 on the clock. Lets it go from deep. Knocks down the triple. And the Bucks lead by 14.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
I like that. Punch it inside. You usually end up with a good shot and or get fouled.
To the middle. Back to Trent. 54 seconds left in the third. Inside. And stolen by Williams. Pushing it up the floor. Here comes Oklahoma City. Oh, a really deep three that time. Caruso's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Not everyone has the green light to take that three in transition, but he does, especially with the defense already set up protecting the paint.
Trent, the pass to Sims. Back to Trent. Down low. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Slams it down with two hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. Wiggins with a screen on Connaughton. Wiggins outside. 16 seconds left in the third quarter. It's good.
Good job attacking. Those restricted area shots are what every NBA team is looking for.
And there's the lob. That one's good. Sims has got 5 points.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
To me, this is simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all.
And so it's Milwaukee. They lead by 11 as the quarter comes to a close. And it's all due to their ability to own the paint. They've been dominant down low. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Ooh, I'm fired up to see this dish one more time. It's always great to see your two guards share the wealth.
You love the unselfishness, finding the best look, and it doesn't matter who's taking it.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. On the floor for Milwaukee, starting the fourth quarter. Inside, we have Giannis and Lopez. Damian Lillard out there with Jackson. And it's Prince in at the three. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Giannis with the jam.
And the game plan for them should be simple. Keep getting it to Giannis. The Greek freak is on fire.
Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. He's picked up by Lillard. Stolen by Jackson. In transition. Here come the Bucks. The three ball. Here's Antetokounmpo. Oh, and Giannis hammers it in.
And man, does Giannis work hard on the glass. Being rewarded for his efforts right there.
Williams against Prince. Pass to Holmgren. And here's Caruso outside. Oh, it's blocked by Lopez.
Lopez needs to hold down the fort on defense. An incredible wingspan to get that one.
Hartenstein, he's checked in for Caruso. So it's Oklahoma City now. 5 to shoot. Gilgeous-Alexander no good.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
The three from Prince. Hartenstein pulls it in. Thunder trail by 13. It was stolen by Lillard. Fast break. Here we go. Prince, the pass to Lillard. Back to Prince. And he dunks it down.
This guy is a fantastic finisher near the hoop. Taurean Prince with an emphatic 2.
Gilgeous-Alexander on the wing. Defended by Jackson. 4-3, Holmgren.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that, too.
Well, the best players, to me, deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
And Giannis with the dunk.
And you can see early on that Giannis wanted to be aggressive. I mean, he's taken over at the offensive end.
We're in the fourth quarter here. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by. And it's Holmgren with a rebound.
Boy, he won't miss many from that spot. The defense gets lucky there.
And Antetokounmpo over to help. Williams passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. Takes the three. And Williams gets the bucket on the assist by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Well, you got to be able to shoot fast in the league. So it's nice to see Williams doesn't need a lot of setup time.
Antetokounmpo outside. Lillard with the ball. 6 to shoot. Floats one. Holmgren with the block.
And you can't forget about Holmgren's reach, especially when he's nearby on defense.
A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Holmgren with a screen on Jackson. And Giannis Antetokounmpo picks up that foul. his first foul, and the league has made it clear, Graham, it sees streaming at the forefront of basketball viewing going forward.
Well, BA, it's a no-brainer. The internet is the future, after all, and streaming opens a lot more options for engaging with fans while they watch.
Caruso, he's checked in for Hartenstein. Antetokounmpo, a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Antetokounmpo, left side. Jackson outside. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
I know he wants to answer the three that was just made on the other end, but he can't let that affect his judgment. He's got to find the best shot possible.
It's so close on the finish. I mean, it could have been a three-point opportunity.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Bucks.
Yeah, what stood out to me was their passing. They moved the ball effortlessly and have been able to find those holes in the defense.
Also, they've been living in the lane. They're getting the ball in close, and it's had a devastating impact all game long.
Trent against Gilgeous-Alexander. Now here's Trent. Defense is right there.
Every moment counts here. They've got to get moving.
This is the very definition of desperation time. You've got to score every trip.
Kuzma against Dort. Here's Holmgren. Count it! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
These moments are important for Holmgren's development. He needs to keep sinking those big-time shots.
9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Trent right side. Kicks it out to Jackson. Antetokounmpo, a screen on Williams. Jackson finds Antetokounmpo. That's tipped. And the ball out of play. The Thunder will have it. And the Thunder call time here. They're losing by 5. Turning here to our analyst. What elements become the primary keys at this point?
The strategy is simple. Get a quick score and foul right away.
Everybody has got to be in the exact perfect position defensively, and execution has got to be on point.
Dort outside. Three-pointer. So we see the Bucks get the win here.
That's the end of the game.
All right, Allie, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Doris